SABC Board has reaffirmed its support and respect for the SABC's executive directors. This follows reports that the SABC CEO Madoda Mxakwe, the CFO Yolande van Biljon and outgoing COO Craig van Rooyen have threatened to quit over alleged meddling by certain SABC Board members. In a statement issued this afternoon, the SABC Board says it would not be drawn into discussing internal board members and alleged differences between board members. The board has also denied reports that there is a disagreement amongst board directors about meeting the preconditions set by government for providing the 3.2 billion rand bailout. Meanwhile, on the much-awaited financial injection, the board says it's their understanding that the public broadcaster has either complied or substantially complied with each precondition. The board says documents were submitted over a period of 8 months. Meanwhile, the SABC Board says it's looking at various instruments that the Companies Act provides in terms of business rescue, liquidation and the others. But to share more on what options are left, we earlier spoke to George Nell, a senior business rescue practitioner and commercial lawyer.
In this case, this is the government that's going to financially contribute to the broadcaster, and there are certain terms and conditions. Any financier may have a set of terms and conditions, and the financier, those terms and conditions must be complied with before the financier will let the money flow.
Now, the board says that it has met the preconditions. Why is the SABC application for a bailout still hitting a snag?
I'm not sure about that. That's maybe a political question. The SABC as a company, state-owned company, is in trouble. It's been in trouble for a while, and it's been reported that the financials aren't so good. So it's maybe hitting a snag because the financier, as I said previously, doesn't feel that the terms and conditions has been complied with.
Now, what options are there for the SABC should the bailout not be forthcoming, considering that the SABC has bills and salaries to pay?
Yes, that is a very important thing that they must think of. In terms of Section 129 of the Companies Act, they can apply for business rescue. I see in newspapers there was reports that they are contemplating business rescue. If you contemplate business rescue, there's also a snag to that in terms of one of the subsection 7, you have to let the people that you represent, that is now the affected persons, you have to inform them why you didn't go into business rescue. So you have to give the advance reasons for that. Company can go into business rescue if the board thinks that there is a financial distress and also a reasonable prospect of rescuing the company. So that's one of their options.
So what are the implications for the SABC should it decide to go the business rescue or liquidation route?
Well, it's two very different processes. The liquidation is something else. Liquidation is not... I will first answer your question in regard to business rescue. Rather, in a business rescue practitioner like myself could be appointed as the business rescue practitioner. He have all the rights and obligations to fulfill as a board. He can also have the board in place, or he can get a new board in place, and he must assess the situation, and while he is assessing the situation, he must prepare a business rescue plan and publish such a plan.
Now, if you were brought into the SABC to make it financially sustainable, what would be your approach considering how things have played out in recent years?
Okay, I was thinking about that question on my way to this interview. What a business rescue practitioner should do is should assess the situation, look at the financials, but in the case of SABC as a national broadcaster, there is a big responsibility on a business rescue practitioner to take all role players into consideration. That is now employees, shareholders and creditors.
Now, you know the SABC for quite some time. Is the current SABC funding model sustainable?
The difficulty about this type of funding, and I've been involved in other broadcasting situations, the problem is advertising is the major income stream, and advertising is also then the viewer numbers and things like that, and you've got well, the SABC has got lots of competition in this country and abroad. So surely the SABC should have some financial assistance from the government, but must also look at their business model as such to see where they can have other income streams.
Do you think that the business rescue is applicable for the SABC right now?
I surely think that business rescue is applicable for the SABC. It will be the first time that the parastatal, not the first time, but there was parastatals that's been in rescue before, not as such business rescue. But we can think about Eskom and SAA and then SABC, state-owned companies that can go into business rescue, that you mustn't go into business rescue without a plan. It will be stupidity to go into business rescue without a plan. You should know beforehand what your plan is.